Hello and welcome to part 3 of a video series where I continue making the hinge box to hold these 4-inch replica 45 RPM record adapter coasters. If you're following along, welcome back. Now in this video, we begin by locating and opening the SVG hinge box file we downloaded from boxes.py and video 2. We'll be using Adobe Illustrator. I'll reduce the artboard window to 50% and move it into place. Click on this arrow to reveal layer 1 and select the layer. SVG files usually import with layers grouped, so with layer 1 selected, under Object, I'll select Ungroup. Before we go on, I want to show some of my Illustrator preferences, so if you're following along step by step, we're on the same page, so to speak. So under Preferences, General Options, I use Zoom with mouse wheel, hit OK, and then under View, I have Smart Guides and Snap to Point checked. I'll select this second path and delete it for now. Click the plus button to add a new layer. Select the path here and drag it up to layer 2. I'll close and hide this layer. Be sure to save your file along the way. I'll save mine as LA Hinge Box on my desktop. I'll keep all the SVG default settings and hit OK. I'll rename layer 2 as side A and rename layer 1 as hinge. With side A selected and under window, select align left and align top. I'll return to the layers tab, and with both layers selected, I'll make duplicate copies so I have a backup just in case. I'll lock and hide the backup layers. With side A selected, I'll Option Shift click to add a new layer, and I'll name it Guide Layer. I will be modifying the boxes.py SVG file we downloaded in the last video to add a latch locking mechanism to keep the hinge box from springing open. So under View, make sure you have Rulers checked. Zoom into this latch section, and with the guide layer selected, click and drag out a ruler just to the right here. Twirl down the guide layer, select it, then under Window, open Properties, and click on the X value and change it to 4.27 inches. You'll see that once I hit Enter, this blue guideline will jump to exactly 4.27 inches from the left side of the Illustrator artboard. I'll move this slightly over, and because I really need to see some fine detail in this SVG file, under View, I'll change to Outline Mode. I'll really zoom into this latch section, and under my Layers tab, I'll lock my guide layer and select and twirl down my side A layer. I'll make sure the path layer is selected, and with the Direct Selection tool, I'll click and drag a window around the end of the latch here. We want to increase the length of this line to our 4.27 guideline. Drag this line to the guideline, holding down the Shift key to keep the line straight. It should snap to the line. Now that extension will hold our hinge, but I wanted a latch locking mechanism, so I modified the design to do so. So if you want a locking latch, let's keep going. So lock side A and close it, and unlock the guide layer and click and drag another ruler out to the right here. With the new guide layer selected, under Window, choose Properties and change the X value of this guide to 4.35 inches. Again, you'll see this guideline jump to exactly 4.35 inches when I hit Enter. I'll switch to my Layers tab and rename this guide to Second at 4.35 inches and rename this one as First at 4.27 inches. I'll turn off the visibility of the first latch extension guide, lock the guide layer, and unlock side A and twirl it down. With the side A path highlighted and using the direct selection tool, I'll left click and drag a box around the end of the latch section here. And when I let go, some of the points on the path are now highlighted. Click on the path line to, again using the direct selection tool, I'll left click and drag a box around the end of the latch and click on the path, and holding the shift key, I'll slide the path line to the second guide line at 4.27 inches. I'll lock side A and unlock and select the guide layer and drag another guide from the ruler to the right. Select the guide layer and under my Properties tab, I'll change the X value to 4.24 inches. Back to my Layers tab, I'll rename this guide to Third at 4.24 inches. Now just one more guideline, this time a horizontal guideline. Bring it down to the latch area, and with it selected, under Properties, change the Y value to 1.2 inches and hit Enter. Back to my Layers tab, I'll rename this guide H for horizontal at 1.2 inches and lock the guide layer. I'll then unlock side A and click the pen tool until a flyout menu appears, and select Add Anchor Point. Now with side A path selected, I'm going to add 2 points to my path here at the 4.24 inch guide and another just to the left of that point. Now with the direct selection tool, I'll click and drag across the line in between the 2 points we just added and hit delete. Again with the direct selection tool, I'll select these 2 points, and with the shift key, I'll bring this line to snap to our horizontal guide. Then I'll select this point and slide it over until it snaps to second guide at 4.24 inches. I'll hide the guide layer, and then I'll change to the pen tool from the flyout menu and close my path by drawing a line connecting these 2 points. Zoom out to 50% and move the canvas so we can see it all. And of course, I'll save my file along the way. Unhide the hinge to reveal the blueprints for our laser cutter. Alright, that's it for this video. Any technical video close to 10 minutes is long enough. So in video 4 of this 5-part series, we will continue where we left off with a modified hinge box design ready for our snazzy maps. Okay, if you enjoyed this video, do consider subscribing to the LA Geek YouTube channel so you don't miss any new content. Thanks for watching. Elia signing off.